system is trying a person. They're not trying a situation or a system. What appears is an individual. And so, and the idea is you had the intelligence and the right and the wisdom to do a good thing or a bad thing, and you chose to do the bad thing. And therefore we have to punish you so that you won't do it again. So, and we want to make the punishment public, as they used to do in the old time, put people in stock, so you would be an example for other people. But now we just put you in prison because it's quicker and easier. So essentially, it's the whole legal system is based on individual choice, that you made a decision with full awareness and full freedom of choice to do a bad thing, and not a bad, an illegal thing. And therefore, our responsibility as a society is to punish you in the hope that it will change your behavior so you won't do it again. So again, I'm saying this is wrong. I mean, it's a very old-fashioned, narrow view. That people go through life, I decide this, I decide that. And again, as I said, poverty is, in a sense, one of the ultimate systemic evils. Because when you're poor, you are forced to do things. If you're rich, you defraud your company, or you sell bad products for big money. So you still can do evil, but it's not at a level that ever gets punished. So again, in 2008, the economic crash that caused millions of people to lose their savings, their pension, we now know there are many people in high places in the government, in the judiciary, in America, in the Federal Reserve Bank, all of whom knew about this and have done nothing. No one was punished. Just like in Abu Ghraib, not a single senior officer was punished. Not a single senior officer got a letter of reprimand to say, all of these bad things happen. It's worse now than ever. I mean, when I did the prison study, I think after the study, I actually went to see the head of corrections in California. I said, Ray Procunier. And I said, here, we did the study, here's what we found. And it has implications for how guards treat prisoners. We call it dehumanization. I would like to work with you free to be a consultant. We would like to have, my students would like to work in a prison to, help guards understand the psychological dynamics of their role. He said, oh, good, thanks. Never followed up, never. I'm saying I'm gonna do it for free, and you can't even do research in prison. I think in 1971, there were maybe 700,000 people in prison. Now it's more than 2 million. And every few years, judges will say, prisons are overcrowded, so we're going to release some prisoners, smaller, release 10%. So it's the system is accepting it, and society is accepting it by default, and we don't care. Too many other important things to think about than to think about prisons. Now, the other problem is if you're a prisoner, when you get out, if you've served a felony, you can never get a job. You have a record, So now you get out, you serve your time, you were a good prisoner. You did nothing wrong, you didn't get into fights, you didn't join a gang. But you get out, there's no jobs. Nobody wants to hire a prisoner. And also, when you're in prison, so I send you to prison for 5 years. What do? You could learn computer programming. You could learn various skills. You could learn a foreign language. You could learn accounting. A lot of things you could learn. The pressure against teaching prisoners usable skills comes from the unions, because they don't want ex-convicts competing for jobs with their members. So you never learn a useful skill. So when you get out, you're better than you went in. So now you're worse because you lost these years, you lost contact with your family, and you could have used that time to develop a skill, and you have no new skills. What you learn in prison is your life is structured for you. Meaning, You get up at 6 a.m., breakfast is at 7, finish by 7:30. Do this job, do this, exercise, do this, go to exercise room, go back, lunch, so suddenly you get used to an external structure organizing your life. Now you get out of prison, it's not there. Meaning you can eat whenever you want. If there's food, you could, do this. And many of the people I know who committed crimes really went back because it was comforting to have that structure. I know what to do at each hour of the day because they tell me. And when you in it, you rebel against it. When you're out, you say, that was really good. Because when I'm out alone, I didn't know what to do.